Goggin, Operations Director at Rinnai. Thanks very much for meeting with us today. So how have you enjoyed the show so far this year?
The show's been excellent, as always. It's really well organised with quite an eclectic mix of commercial, domestic individuals and a range of speakers that are really interesting, not only for the people who are attending as consumers and installers, but also as a manufacturer as well.
So obviously you'll have spoken to a lot of people. What kind of conversations are people having at the show this year?
There's lots of conversations this year, and what we've found in particular is there's been more of a commercial element to what people have been speaking about. So particularly how we get around the sorts of nuances of commercial buildings from a kind of practical, economical and technically feasible means. So there's been lots of conversations around heat pump hybrids, and also how we would integrate maybe even gaseous fuels into that mix as well.
Do you think this reflects the wider trends and conversations that are happening in the industry overall?
Individuals and companies, particularly end users, are beginning to realise that maybe a mix of solutions would be the right way forward. We're finding a lot of interest in our R290 heat pump range for obvious reasons, but also how we integrate those hybrid systems.
Rinnai has a wide range of technology on offer. Is there anything in particular that you're especially excited about, either within your portfolio or as a technology in general within the industry?
Yeah, well, Rinnai's brand ethos is to create a healthier way of living. So we're in essence technology agnostic. So we would bring heat pumps, hybrids, electric equipment. Our DME is something we're working on and we're pretty excited about, because that could be the next iteration of off-grid fuels. And that's a fairly new thing for the industry and for us to talk about, along with the hydrogen debate that's ongoing. So we're pretty pumped about the off-grid fuels thing at the moment.
As always, there's been a lot of talk about the challenges of decarbonisation. In your view, what are some of the biggest obstacles here?
The biggest obstacles that I see that the industry faces is the nuances of the building stock. So we've kind of been put in a position where we have a government that have created a technology versus technology debate, where realistically that's an energy level debate. Can we electrify the system greatly enough to supply the complete demand, and can we produce low carbon gases that can support that? And in the middle of all that is a very nuanced building stock. So we have to find practical, economical and technically viable solutions for that range of buildings that exist.
What do you think that the industry, that the people and the companies here can do to actually help push the envelope on that?
First and foremost, installers are a really good platform to answer that question, because this would bring industry practitioners together to see what solutions are available and then select the best solutions for that property, for that commercial building or for that domestic household. And I think that would be the obvious thing to do.
Finally, what's in store for Rinnai in the coming year?
In the coming year, well, we've got the release of a new heat pump range, which would be our R290 heat pump portfolio. And also we're moving much more into applied sales, so we'll be introducing a much wider range of heat pumps and hybrids from 200 kilowatts right up to 600 kilowatts.
That's great. Chris Goggin, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for the time. Thank you.